Jasmine. Before you announce it,
and the Carnival Queen for 1988 is Lisa Bamford.
You all speak French. Good. It is a great pleasure for me to be here. I was asked to come here a few weeks ago by Mr. James Grout. I was sitting in my little cafe in occupied France, making tiny wooden crutches for the thousands of legless frogs that drag themselves so pitifully around our village, when I heard a plop on the doormat. It was the postman. I do wish he would stop doing that. I remember it was the usual batch of junk mail. There was a letter from Reader's Digest telling me that should I ever wish to cancel my subscription, I should write directly to Gestapo headquarters. Another letter from the local Society for the Deaf, complaining about my wife's singing. Apparently their members are not even prepared to lip read her voice. And the letter from Mr. Grout. You must excuse me if I look a little bit tired. I was in bed last night with what can only be described as my wife. And she woke me up at 3 o'clock in the morning because there were two doggies outside my cafe having a bit of bumpy, and they were making a terrible row, and she said, you must do something. So I threw a book at them, and still they kept making a noise, and I threw some water on them, and they still kept making a noise. So my wife said, you must go and phone the vet. I said, well, it is 3 o'clock in the morning. She said, it is 24-hour service, go and phone the vet. So I went downstairs in my nightgown. Funny place to have a set of stairs, and I telephoned to the vet and I said, there are two dogs having bumpy outside my cafe. They are making a terrible noise. I have thrown a book at them, they still keep on. I have thrown water at them, they still keep on. What can I do? And the vet said, go and tell them there is a telephone call for them. And I said, why, will that stop them? He said, well, it stopped me.
And Kimberly Greening.
Feel like Paul Daniels. Says I like carpets on me. Can you do about 3 minutes, Stanley?
All right. You can't sit down yet, Gordon. I will now ask the young girls to bring on the coronets, and if you would kindly put the coronets on heads of the young lady attendants.
Yes, are they all the same size?
I think so.
For some new waitresses, you know. Oh, chocolate.
subjects, it is my privilege and pleasure to commence my reign as your Carnival Queen of 1988 by thanking you for the kind reception you have given us this evening. I am very conscious of the honour which has been bestowed upon me and pledge myself to carry out my duties wholeheartedly. I trust that you will support the many activities that have been arranged for your entertainment so that the Carnival this year will be a greater success than ever before. May good fortune attend all who join me in wishing its success.
I'm sure you'll agree there's two budding Carnival Queens there if ever I saw them. I'd also like to say a big thank you to Craig, because he's done a sterling job tonight, hasn't he? I would now call on our Lady Mayoress to give a little token of our appreciation to our children.
This one is signed by Ken Dodd's accountant.
The Queen receives a cheque for £100, ladies and gentlemen, and the four attendants receive cheques for 25.
This is the good
Very much indeed. Well, that
is probably one of the most colourful and the most pleasant of duties that the Mayor has been asked to undertake. One is surrounded by a bevy of beauty. It really is absolutely wonderful. I've never walked up the aisle, at least for a long time, with such a beautiful young lady. And also that if one acts correctly, fame and fortune might strike if perhaps you need somebody else for the restaurant. I could speak a little French, perhaps. Anyway, seriously, ladies and gentlemen, it's my great pleasure to declare Malmesbury Carnival now officially open. I would ask everybody to give very generously to the Carnival procession. You know that this year the Carnival proceeds are going to two things. One is to illuminate the steeple, church steeple, and the other is towards the artists and players getting a new home for themselves. So I would ask you to give very generously. Enjoy yourselves.
Okay, one more there. One more. Oh, we didn't flash this time. Oh, that's the one. This is my bottom. Quite making it.
Yes and no. I think all of us had a chance. It was 1 in 5. I just think one of us had to go, didn't they? So.
Yes, yes. Very, very hard to forecast, really.
Well, it must have been because you had. Well, I suppose 5 local girls, 2 who were very well known within the town, another one who was also quite well known, and then, well, I suppose 2 outsiders in Maria and Lisa, because they weren't actually from within Malmesbury.
Still, it was nice to have a cosmopolitan collection, wasn't it?
I suppose so, yes.
Give me a drink for a moment.
Yes.
Yes. So anyway, I might get to you again, although I don't know what the tradition is, whether girls do appear twice, do they?
Excuse me, he just tickled my foot.
I think he's trying to upstage you.
I think so. Yes. This is one of my escorts, Mr. Jim Broom.
Mr. Jim Broom. Yes, jolly good.
He's a Ford escort.
Yes, splendid. It'd be nice to have the names of all these gentlemen because we don't know who they are at the moment.
Well, that's one is Jim Broom.
Yes, and
that's Jonathan Alvers.
Yes.
Elvis, you know, Elvis.
That is Bruce Willis.
Splendid, yes.
And then between the 2 of them is my sister, Ellen Crabb, and this is Mr. David Hart, the youngest of our escorts.
Yes, splendid, yes. He's wearing glasses to mask his youth, I think.
Yes.
Good. 2 years, Stanley, at least, isn't it?
But I've been on the Carnival Committee since 1960, so...
It's very good. And what do you think of the future of the Carnival now? We seem to have had a very, very good start to this one tonight.
The future of the Carnival this year is good, but we are desperate. Very desperate for further helpers, and unless we get them, I don't see Malmesbury having a carnival after 1990.
Yes, it sounds as if we're a town of watchers rather than doers in the sense as far as the carnival is concerned.
Very, very much so.
So we've got to get our thinking caps on and get them in, these people.
We've got a lot of new people coming into Malmesbury, but we've got to get them interested somehow.
And I'm sure a lot of them must have a lot of talent, really.
I think a lot of them have, but they're just reticent to bring it out, you know.
And are they joining other organisations, do you think, these new people?
No. Unfortunately, I think they're used to having an environment where it's either put your slippers on and sit down and watch the TV, or let's go to the cinema, but they're not a mixing environment anyway when you're in London and this type of places.
So we've got...
They're not a social, they haven't got a social life.
No, we've got to put ourselves out and get them in.
We've got to try and drag them in, but how do we do it?
Very difficult, really, but I'm sure we'll just have to...
This is the problem.
We'll have to try, won't we?
This year, unfortunately, it's proving a little bit much for me, and I'm seriously thinking that next year is going to be my swan song.
Yes, you could say that, I suppose, yes.
Have you found it a very sort of arduous task?
It's quite tough, actually, yes.
Sure it is.
Because it's like painting the Forth Bridge. It goes, goes right the way through the year.
Finish one, and you immediately have to start on the next one.
Quite correct,
yes.
quite correct.
That's interesting, really, because most of us standing on the curbside, we think it's just a few weeks preparation, but in fact it goes on and on.
Of course, the people we really need are the pairs of hands, in the end. And the up-and-coming young people, and the people who are coming to the new houses in Malmesbury, these are the people we want.
We've got to involve them
because we're
somehow.
all getting old.
Yeah, well, absolutely, we're all getting just that little bit grey.
We won't last all that much longer.
That's it. But this particular year, has this been more difficult or less than last year, do you think? Or?
This has been smoother this year, actually.
Good.
We've done well this year. We've had good sponsorship, good people, absolutely first class.
Do you think this is due to possibly the fact that you've run in, so to speak, to the job and finding it just that bit easier?
You could say that. Perhaps, yes, you could say.
Do you drive them or do you persuade them? I mean, I think somebody's putting the pressure on them.
Well, it gets a bit rushy because people tend to run away now when you come into the arena, I might say.
I see. The moment you show your face, they say, my goodness, you want me for the carnival.
You could say that, yes.
Still, you do get them, that's something.
Oh, yes, we get, and people are terribly generous.
Yes, good.
They really are. You know, we've had several donations of £500.
That's marvellous, yes.
People just come along. In fact, one firm in Malmesbury, which is Sports and Leisure, regularly drops a cheque of £200 into the bucket on the procession day.
Wonderful, yes.
It was absolutely splendid.
Splendid, yes. Good. Well, we look forward to seeing you at a good few, many more carnivals.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Secretary.
I'm Miss Summerford, and we had a dance in each village. There was 18 dances to run.
Splendid, yes. Do you think they're doing quite as much in that direction now, sort of liaising with the villages?
Well, the thing is, of course, that's a tremendous amount of work to expect people to... and we've got a job getting chairman of committees now.
Yes, I'm sure.
And helpers.
Yes, yes.
And it is a big job to run a dance in each village, 18 villages, you say.
Yes, of course. Yes.
And of course, it's a tremendous...
Absolutely, it's too much for some.
Yeah.
But one or two pessimists are saying that Malmesbury Carnival, you know, that its days are numbered, that next year might be the last. Do you think there's any truth in that sort of thing?
Never, Colin. This is 50 years, well, 52 or 3 years now. And as long as we get some people coming forward to help us,
that's the thing.
we do need...
I would like one, but the trouble is I'd have to have it transposed to send out to Mexico, wouldn't I? Because they're on 12 lines. What are we here?
Well, Colin would know all about that. He's the technical man, so
625, well.
625,
yes.
yeah.
625 lines.
So it's different, yes. Well, fortunately, Colin would probably be able to attend to that kind of transfer or whatever.
Transferring.
Yes, I think he
Because
would,
Jackie would love a video of this, you know. I mean, I have to have her tapes transposed to English tapes. Cost me the earth.
I'm sure, yes.
But she does a lot of television, so I've got a lot of television things for her.
Nice to have all that material.
And it's rather nice, you know. If I get a bit depressed because I haven't even heard from her or haven't seen her, I put on her tape, and
very good, yes.
which is one of her TV shows, which is nice.
So now we'll be able to give her one of you.
And now I can give her one of me. Mind you, I have been on Mexican television, which has been rather nice.
Here's fame and fortune at Mexican television.
Absolutely.
A week.
Yes, yes. Are you doing the whole week then?
Well, more or less, yes.
Are
yes,
you really?
that's right,
Good.
yes.
You're a glutton for punishment, aren't you?
Absolutely, yes. You know, we were told to be a bit more sensitive about the quiz, because apparently cameras tend to put people off in quizzes.
Yes.
But so we're going to be very sensitive there and only do the
Well,
prize.
I'm certainly not going in for the quiz.
No.
I'm not that intelligent.
We've got about 20 teams. Apparently.
Yes, I understand. Yes, it's quite good. Yes.
Yes,
Malmesbury Town Council's putting a team in,
isn't
you
that
know.
marvellous? Yes, yes. It would
Yes.
be wonderful if they won.
I said I was too busy. I couldn't go in for it.
It would be wonderful if they won, wouldn't it?
Yes. Be surprising, but wonderful.
Yes, because I mean, the image that people try to cultivate is not charitable sometimes, is it?
No, quite true.
Well, Mr. Mayor, thank you very much for those few words.
Thank you for coming.
I'm not going to be very long. I'm sure, like me, you've really come here to buy some bargains and meet some friends. So, without more ado, I now declare this year's Petticoat Lane and your purses and wallets open. Thank you.
Somebody's fought another
You go and find something on me.
Oh, poor kids. You don't have any money with them. No, you just go and push everybody around.
Jim Gilmore, who's been associated with this carnival longer than certainly I can remember. How long is it, Jim? Do you have a recollection of that?
Yeah, I was joint secretary in 1953 when we restarted the carnival after the war, and I think I've held almost every one of the offices, apart from I've never been treasurer, but I've organised quite a lot of the events. and for my sins I'm now the president.
Yes, exalted office. Jim, I seem to remember about 53 that we had tremendous participation by young farmers.
Yes, and for many years the young farmers, I think they still take part now, but not quite as much participation as they used to. And the senior club, the farmers club, the NFU, they always used to take part. Things change.
Yes.
But we've still got a lot of enthusiasm.
Of course, one of the changes which I note with regret today is that you yourself are possibly for the first time not dressed in carnival rig.
Yes, this is, there was, I think, one other occasion when I had to go to a wedding and I arrived back just in time for the carnival, but yes, it's sad, but
yes,
question of Anno Domini, I think.
You think so? Well, I don't think that, Jim. I feel that we shall see you again. I certainly hope we will.
Well, I don't know.
Yes,
It's,
yes. But anyway, tell me something about the sheer labour of all this. Is it a very exhausting business being in charge of all this?
No, we meet once a month, and the various subcommittees, of course, they do meet a little more often, but only just before the event itself.
Yes, what is your own style of presidency, Jim? Are you a driver or persuader or?
I'm a backseat driver.
Yes, I see. So you have a sort of
keep out of the way.
Informed interference from the back seat.
Yes, I suppose that's right. Informed interference is a very good expression. Yes.
Of course, your quartet has been, admired down the years. You've had a quartet of participants yourself, and Maslin, I remember.
Yeah, Dick Maslin, Bill Pritchard from the Eagle at Pinckney. Yes, we had a lot of fun. Yes, probably the most famous was General Armin, which was.
And I believe you were the general.
No. Bill Pritchard was the general.
He was the largest.
I was one of the lieutenants or whatever.
Yes. I do remember you always had something very topical, Jim.
Yes. We did try to be very topical.
I wonder what you would.
I wonder what we'd have done this year.
Absolutely. I wonder what you'd have done this year.
Yeah.
Well, we might perhaps better leave a question mark. And
I've no idea.
No,
I've no idea.
Going on,
we might have done the presidential election in America. We might well have done that.
Very good. Well, thank you very much, Jim, and we'll hope that you'll be president a little longer, perhaps.
And if you'd like to present the first prize, that's the first prize money.
And that first prize goes to?
Yeah, first prize goes to Brinkworth Cubs and Scouts.
Yeah, right.
Second prize goes to Malmesbury Young Farmers.
Yeah.
Right. And the third prize goes to Malmesbury Roundy Pack. Which is that one there. All right, lovely job. All right.
Right. No.
I will come with you now,
right.
and we will.
First
is Brinkworth Cubs and Scouts, right?
Fair enough.
All right.
Yes.
One first prize, and you're all delighted with this, I'm sure.
Very delighted, yeah.
Yes. It's more than just a one-man effort, I think.
Yes.
Is that a principle of yours, I expect, to involve them all?
That's correct.
And how long have you spent on it, would you say?
About 2 months.
I say, as much as 2 months.
Yes.
Well, the effort's certainly well worthwhile. It's perfection, isn't it? Beautifully painted.
Yes.
So, what size crew have you got on there?
14 at the moment.
14, yes. Yes, not quite as large as the Mary Rose, which is
not quite,
350 or something. Yes, and you've done all this in a barn at Brinkworth?
Yes, Church Farm, Brinkworth, yes.
Mr. Kennedy, yes.
Mrs. Kennedy, yeah.
It's very nice that these people do help to this extent, isn't it? Yes. So now you're going around the town, all very proud of this.
Yes.
Lots of parents here this afternoon?
Yes.
And I expect this will give a fillip to the organisation.
It will, yes.
Splendid,
Great deal.
Yes, I'm sure.
Good indeed.
Well, thank you very much for those few words.
Thank you.
Thank you. Malmesbury Junior Farmers, I believe.
Yes, the junior section of the Malmesbury Young Farmers Club.
Are you a big organisation?
Not really. No. Nationally we are, but in Malmesbury, how many members have we got? 30 members.
30 members, good. Now, I expect winning this is going to bring you a few more members, I would say, wouldn't you?
Hopefully.
Yes.
It is more of a promotional float this time, as you can see by our advertising logos.
Yes, and have you worked on it long?
The children have, yes. They've done all the painting and cutting out. We've just masterminded it.
Yes, and are they very proud of being second? They wouldn't be disappointed, I hope, would they?
No, I'm sure they're very happy.
Yes, that's right.
Yes,
Well,
yes.
some of them seem very young farmers indeed, don't they?
Yes, well, they're the ones with the L plates on.
Yes.
We train them young.
So what is your age bracket generally?
10 to 16 for the juniors, and then they go on to the senior club.
Yes, well, thank you very much for those few words.
Thank you.
That's good. anything? Have
We don't know yet. We're being judged at the moment.
I see. Ah, yes, good. Well, we'll have to wish you the best of luck.
Thank you very much.
You're all in disguise and we've got no idea who you are.
That's the idea.
Yes. And what group are you?
Yes, the ambulance station.
Oh, I see. This is the Malmesbury ambulance station. That's right. Yes, you certainly look different today.
Well, this is what we normally look like.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you. Sort of inspiration for this.
We had some yellow paint left over from the bath.
Yes, that's the one way of doing it. Well, it's certainly very nice. And which group are you?
Shurston.
Shurston?
WI.
I see, yes. The WIs have always been very strong here, haven't they?
Yes.
And you've appeared way back into the past, I
Oh, yes, we've been to a lot of carnivals, yes.
Yes, and you do a different one every year?
Yes, yes.
What did you do last year, do you remember?
We didn't do one last year. It was a bit, with holidays and things, it was a bit difficult to fit it in.
And you've got a good membership to help you with this?
Oh, we've got a very, well, not so many help, but, and we did it in 4 days. We only started on Tuesday, so.
Yes. Now, which particular character are you? You must be obviously...
I'm the witch, but I haven't got my hat on at the moment.
Are you the good one or the bad one?
I'm the bad one. The good one is in white.
The bad witch here, yes, that's the good one there. I see, yes, fair enough. Yes, it's a lovely plot. So, anyway, I'm not sure we can say a great deal more about this.
No, right.
We like your castle very much.
Oh, thank
you. So
you.
you've got a painter amongst your...
I do the
you
painting,
painting
yes,
as well.
yes.
Splendid. And you've got your yellow brick road.
Yes.
So it's all there. Yes, splendid. Well, do you know whether you've got a prize or not?
Oh, we're second, yes.
Well, that's not bad, is it?
No,
not bad
right.
at all. Yes, good. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yes. Shall I move that? Yes.
This must be dead.
Lie down.
Die.
WI.
But you don't live in Broborough.
I did, but they changed it to Malmesbury, didn't they?
You're still in the parish, I believe.
That's right, yeah.
Yes. And this is the King and I.
This is the King and I.
And who do you represent?
I am the King's right-hand man.
I see. Who's the star of the show then? The one who eventually marries the King.
That is Anne over there.
Yes,
This is
that's
Robert's Fair.
Splendid, yes, good. And we've got the King there. And all these are ladies of
These
the
are
court.
these are the children.
I see,
And
yes.
the lady in the back is
Yes.
the lady in the back is the major wife.
I see, oh, splendid. That's so we've got the whole family.
That's right, yeah.
Yes. Have you won a prize?
We got third, yes.
Yes, but you've won prizes in other years too, I'm sure.
Yeah, we won second last year.
That's very good.
And before that, I think they got a few first, didn't you, ladies?
Splendid.
Before I joined.
You've been doing it for a few years, no doubt.
Yeah,
Broborough
yeah.
been doing it ever since the carnival started. no
That's
doubt.
right, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Oops, going to put the steps back now. Yes. You ready to hold down the sail if you get paid?
Hello.
Hello. Super. Good.
Right. Thank you very much.
Well done.
Well done.
We know how to speak, Colin.
Yes, do. Yes, carry on. Carry on talking, yes. That's right. It's a lovely, colourful exhibit, this, isn't it? What are you supposed to be?
Oh,
come on. Well, there you are. See, it's Noddy himself. Noddy himself there, look. Yes, Noddyland. That's a lovely exhibition. Have you been judged yet?
Yes, we got first.
Oh, first prize. How about that? Yes, wonderful.
Being in this carnival, I have now come across the ideal thing that the wind actually takes me round the course. Normally, now isn't that brilliant?
Yes.
Now don't you think technically that's brilliant?
Absolutely.
Yes. Now, You've never seen a central axis wind turbine, have you?
Never before.
These are the ones they used in the Himalayas for a long time, because above 8,000 foot there is always a permanent wind. So instead of the man with the prayer having to push it round, the wind automatically and brings the people to, you know, respect the dead.
Yes, I say. Do you think, Max, that perhaps the Tibetans invented this?
Yes, I do.
Yes.
Yes, I'm quite sure it came from a Chinese invention.
I say, yes.
I call myself Himalayan.
Yes. I
Because I have Himalayed a few.
How are you?
6 years of being in this.
Thank you.